So I tape the skirt down onto another piece of paper, and I'm gonna draw a curve on the hemline. This is what the skirt looks like. When I cut it out, I'm gonna add 1 inch sewing allowance on the zipper side, and I'm gonna add ½ an inch sewing allowance on the side seam. This is the back of the skirt. I'm gonna go do the same thing to the front of the skirt, and then I'm gonna cut my fabric out, and then I'll be back. So this is what it looks like after I cut it out off camera. This is the front and this is the back. This is the fabric that I'm gonna use, and this is the lining that I'm gonna use. This is the back of the skirt. Right here is the center back on the lining and on the shell fabric. I'm gonna sew ½ an inch here and ½ an inch here as well. Okay, so now that I'm done stitching the back, I went back to my ironing board and I ironed the seams flat open. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna join my back to my front. Mark it so that I know that this is the wrong side of the fabric and this is the right side of the fabric. So right side to right side. To join my skirts, I'm gonna stitch on this side all the way down, but on this side, I'm only gonna start stitching from 10 inches all the way down. So I'm gonna leave about 10 inches space here so that I can put my zipper in, and I'm gonna stitch all the way down. And I'm using ½ an inch sewing allowance on each side. And I also do the same thing on my lining. So I put my zipper in, and the zipper is on the side. I haven't closed it all the way down yet because I still have to put my lining in. So after sewing my zipper onto my shell fabric, I'm gonna line the skirt now. I'm just gonna make sure to match all the seams together. By the way, I cut out a waist facing, and I wasn't even supposed to do that because I have a lining. But if you don't have a lining, you can use that facing. So I'm gonna go stitch it around the waist and join my lining to my shell fabric. So after joining my lining to my shell fabric, I measured the length of the skirt and I wanted it to be a lot shorter. So I went and measured from my waist to the hem, and it's about 17.5 inches. The half is for the sewing allowance. So I'm just gonna start cutting the skirts. To join the lining on the zipper side, I'm gonna make sure that the front fabric on my shell fabric is touching the front fabric on my lining. And then I'll go and stitch the shell fabric, the zipper, and the lining all the way down to where my zipper stops. I'm gonna do it on this side, and I'm also gonna do it on this side. This is the back, and this is the front. So to finish the edge of the skirt, I'm gonna make sure that my right side on my lining is touching my right side on my main fabric. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna stitch all around. I'm gonna stitch this using a ½ inch sewing allowance. I'm basically gonna do that and then stop about 4 inches to the end. That way I can just use my hand to stitch it.